Welcome to this short video highlighting Chapter 1 of Bob Cochran's second book, Hyperdimensional You, Surfing the Shift Towards Mastery. If you find the material interesting, much greater detail may be found within the book, which is available on Amazon.com in either paperback or e-reader form. Let's get started. Chapter 1, Navigating Changes with Hyperdimensional Awareness. Ever feel like you're watching a movie where half the audience is cheering while the other half is booing? Welcome to The Shift, humanity's gradual but inevitable transition from a fear-based competitive mindset to one of compassion, empathy, and oneness. It's like we're all actors in the same play, but with two or more different scripts. The Great Sorting Hat, Three Types of Humans. According to Bob Cochran's fascinating perspective, humanity can be sorted into three basic types. 1. Mammal humans, the pack mentality. These folks are essentially running on fear-centric survival instincts, operating much like our four-legged friends. Think about it. How many behaviors do you see daily that could just as easily be spotted in a pack of dogs? Striving to be top dog, fighting over resources and mates, picking on those who seem different, seeking power and control, seeking group acceptance at the cost of independence, and accepting that might makes right. While this may have been humanity's default setting centuries ago, it's becoming increasingly rare to find mammal humans outside of prisons, cults, and perhaps some political parties. 2. Clever humans, the current mainstream. This is where most of humanity currently resides. Clever humans are good at logical thinking, but remain focused primarily on maximizing self and family interests within a win-lose paradigm. Everyone outside of their circle of kin is on their own. They're like sophisticated calculators, impressive processing power, but limited by their programming. Clever humans represent the highest level attainable, using logical left-brain thinking and instinct alone. In Eastern terms, they operate primarily with the first three chakras: survival, sexuality, and power. Think early Einstein or Freud, clever minds, but still operating within the constraints of conventional thinking. 3. Wise humans, the emerging model. Here's where things get interesting. Wise humans have activated their fourth chakra, heart center, and possibly beyond, allowing them to make decisions with a synergized heart-brain complex. They've discovered that, as Dr. James Doty put it, the brain knows a lot, but the heart-brain combination knows much more. Wise humans currently represent only a small fraction of humanity, but their numbers are quickly growing. The circle of kin that they care about is much larger, so they tend to focus on interconnectedness, global survival, and win-win outcomes. Think Max Planck, Carl Jung, or Nelson Mandela, folks who transcended conventional thinking to access deeper truths. Why can't we all just get along? Here's the communication conundrum. These three levels of human live at three very different frequency bands, which can make communications between those levels a challenge. Why? Information flows easily, vibrationally upward, but struggles to flow vibrationally downward. It's like wise humans speak calculus as a language, clever humans speak algebra, and mammal humans speak only basic arithmetic. Wise humans understand what clever human and mammal human are saying, but neither mammal human or clever human may get what wise human is saying. If you've ever tried to explain a complex concept to someone who just doesn't get it, you've experienced this communication gap. As Stephen Hawking supposedly quipped, the thing about smart people is that they seem like crazy people to dumb people. This explains why the solutions generated by wise humans, which are most likely to work with minimal side effects, often aren't understood, appreciated, or implemented by the masses. It's not because people are deliberately obtuse. They literally can't comprehend or appreciate the higher vibrational concepts involved. Chakra power levels. Are you running at full capacity? Imagine your body as a sophisticated smartphone. Now picture yourself trying to run the latest apps on a device with only 2 out of 7 bars of battery power and just one bar of signal. Frustrating, right? That's essentially what most humans are doing with their chakra systems. Instead of accessing all 7 energy centers, the majority operate with just 2 or 3 powered up. It's like driving a Ferrari with 3 flat tires and running on fumes. According to Cochrane, a fully empowered individual has all 7 chakras operational, establishing multiple optional connections to universal power and information. This provides access to gut instinct, heart wisdom, intuitive hearing, intuitive seeing, and knowing beyond what the brain alone could possibly know. The difference between someone operating with 2 to 3 chakras versus all 7 is like comparing a dial-up internet connection to high-speed fiber optic broadband. Both can technically get you online, but one experience is vastly more expansive and efficient than the other. The shift from fear to love, from separation to oneness. The shift that humanity is currently undergoing isn't just some new age concept. It's a fundamental transformation in how we perceive and interact with reality. We're moving from a 4D worldview of height, width, depth, and linear time to a hyperdimensional perspective that acknowledges the interconnected, spiritual nature of all things in the universe. This shift won't happen overnight. It will likely be more of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back dance toward planetary ascension. But the direction is clear. We're moving from centuries of human competition, rooted in fear and separation, towards centuries of increased compassion, rooted in empathy, love, and oneness. As we navigate this transition, those who've already spent years getting comfortable with hyperdimensional thinking will find themselves ideally positioned to move through it with grace and ease. The rest of us, well, we might be in for a bumpy ride as our cherished but flawed premises and beliefs get systematically dismantled. From clever to wise, a personal journey. The journey from clever to wise isn't just about accumulating more knowledge. It's about questioning the very foundations upon which our knowledge and beliefs are built. As Cochrane puts it, the clever answer questions, while the wise question answers. This journey involves examining our stack of foundational life premises and testing each for their ability to hold up under load. Like floors in a parking garage, if even one underlying premise is faulty, the entire structure becomes unstable and will eventually fall. For instance, is it your underlying premise that you are a body with temporary access to consciousness, or consciousness with temporary access to a body? The camp you belong to can hugely affect how you interact with others and our host planet. The good news, we're not alone on this journey. The universe is constantly offering energy and information to those positioned to receive it. By activating our full chakra system and developing sovereignty of mind, we can tap into these resources and navigate the shift with much greater ease and clarity. Ready to surf the shift? Whether you're currently operating as a mammal human, clever human, or wise human, the invitation remains the same. Expand your awareness, question your premises, and lean into the emerging paradigm of compassion and interconnectedness. The shift is happening with or without our conscious participation. We can either fight against the fast-moving wave and risk being overwhelmed, or learn to surf the wave and enjoy the ride. The choice is ours. What will it be? For more information on Bob Cochrane's first book, Emerging Imaginal You, a time-traveling note to self from the corner of science and spirituality, or his second book, Hyperdimensional You, Surfing the Shift Toward Mastery, check out Clever, the number 2, wise.com, that's clever2wise.com, or on Facebook, #clever2wise. Feel free to also subscribe and like on Bob's YouTube channel, which can be located by way of the handle @clever2wise.